Well, we're going to step it up a notch here on the Footy Show. We're here with John Eddy from the Indonesian Footy Club, the chairman, mate, and you got one of the biggest gigs in footy.
Chairman of Indonesia football, yeah, that's a pretty difficult assignment when you're trying to develop a sport like Australian rules in a country like Indonesia. There's all sorts of issues involved, but we're making some progress.
Excellent, mate. Talk us through about some of the plans that have come in place to bring the guys over here.
Yeah, the plans probably started 10 years ago when we first started developing the game through schools and with local talent that wanted to have a kick at the football and try something a bit different. Gradually we've built it up and got a bit more interest and guys have increased their skill level and got to the stage where they can play the game of football, mixing with guys that know what they're doing through the expat communities and so on. And we think we've got some pretty good footballers now that can represent Indonesia on a national level.
Was it hard to go and find interested players to be able to bring them into the fold of playing for their country?
Oh, I think playing for your country is something these guys hold very dearly. And not too many sports you can get to the level they've got to as far as representing your country as quickly as some of these guys have. So they acknowledge that. It's an unusual game. It's something it's not familiar to them. It gives them a great opportunity. The guys who've brought to Australia won't let us down.
Now, how did you go about getting the group together and obviously getting the expats on board to form the club?
Well, if you're an expat living in Indonesia, one thing you miss living away from home is the Aussie rules. So a chance to develop the game, get a bit of Aussie rules going in a strange country. It's pretty exciting stuff, so there's no holding back there. Plenty of expats prepared to chip in, do the work and get the game going. That's what's happened. It's not just the current expats, but a whole line of expats that have been through the formation of developing the game over probably 10 years or more.
What sort of drew you over to Indonesia? Was it for work basis or family? Or?
Yeah, no, it's work basis, and that's probably how most of the expats end up there. Some of them are only there for a couple of years. Some, like myself, tend to stay there a bit longer and it varies. So it's a very transient population of expats, but a lot of them, when they leave, they say a lot of the fun they had in the country was relating to developing Aussie rules and getting involved with the great game.
Do you have a footy club in particular you might mould some of your techniques around?
That's a difficult one because the expat community is made up of people from all over Australia. So
not so many Collingwood supporters in there, is there?
We do have a club rule that we're allowed to have one Collingwood supporter in the club, but no more than that at any given time. So
I imagine you're not a Collingwood supporter.
You'd be right on that.
The preparation to come over for this great competition, you guys have got 5 games over a very brief period of time.
Yep.
What sort of finances go involved to bringing the club over here for this particular event?
Yeah, our budget to get the team here and back home again and here for 2 weeks was around the $100,000 mark. So that's a significant amount of money for anybody to try and raise. Fortunately, we gave ourselves time to do it. We started the process about 4 years ago. Put a number of initiatives in place. Some of them worked, some didn't. But in the end, we put the money together, and we're really delighted to be here.
Sensational. And how are the players going? You've got a pretty good, solid squad behind you.
Yeah, we're hoping some guys will surprise us. Others we know what they're capable of, and they'll produce a pretty solid effort. But
how many numbers do you have on board?
We've brought a squad of 25 national players, and we've also recruited 2 or 3 out of the Melbourne community who are Indonesian as well. So it's a squad that whether we can get through 5 games with those numbers, we'll wait and see. But because we're not, I guess we lack a lot of body size and strength compared to some of the other teams we'll be playing against.
Yep.
So hopefully our guys can hold together and last out for 5 games.
Magnificent, mate. Well, I think you've got some pretty good surfaces as well. I know you've got Diggers Rest coming up. You've got another few great playing surfaces you'll be having going around.
We'll be mainly in Royal Park in Melbourne, but I just saw your oval as I came in here and it looks magnificent, so we're looking forward to playing on that one.
One of the best going around, mate. I think it'll add a bit more excitement to the day.
Sure.
Now, is there one player that we've got to keep an eye out for?
There's more than one, but I won't give away too many secrets at the moment. But If you keep an eye on perhaps number 9, could be worth a look. Young Richard Wood from his father's from Borneo, so we'll see how he goes.
Excellent. Well, I was actually told there's a number of players that might be hard to pronounce. So I'd hate to think what it's like for you guys.
Well, that's why I picked on Richard, because I can pronounce his name. So I have just as much difficulty as anybody else.
Well, they're here now. All the others will put on a good show, mate. Best of luck to the guys out there, mate. I really appreciate your time.
Thanks, Chris.
We've stepped up the bar here on the footy show. We've got the French in here, and I'm a bit intimidated by these guys because they're flying a long way around the world, and they look very mean and imposing, especially when I've got a player next to me. We've got Orban and Pierre. Thanks for joining us, guys. Welcome to Australia. How are you guys enjoying your stay?
Not bad. We've only been here for a few days, so we're actually enjoying our time.
Excellent. Now, mate, you're going to lace the boots up for the mighty French. How are you feeling about it?
I'm pretty excited. I was here 3 years ago for the first time, and I'm definitely pumped for this time as well.
Excellent. Now, mate, talk us through your preparations. You're on the sidelines. How do you enjoy the mighty game of Aussie rules?
How do we do it, or do we prepare? Both of them?
Yep.
Okay, so we start preparing back in France, or back in the States for some of the players, and we have 3 months or 4 months all together to train, and now we're in Australia for a week. We've been training for a week in St Kilda with St Kilda Football Club.
Oh, really?
So they've done us
It's pretty far to come all this way.
Have you made some good friends with the Saints?
it's St Kilda City.
Oh, St Kilda City. Oh, yep.
That's the real one.
Yeah, not the mighty.
No, not the big boys.
Well, you might be able to show them up anyway.
Yeah, maybe. Pretty good.
And talk us about your role as a footballer, mate. Which position do you play?
Well, for the next game, I'm starting at centre half back.
Jeez, no wonder I feel tiny sitting next to you, mate.
I'd like to think I'm more of a forward, so we'll probably switch around.
Excellent. How tall are you exactly?
I'm 184 centimetres. I reckon there's not that much taller than you anyway. I reckon you're probably the same.
Oh, about half an inch taller, so it's all right, except
That's
one of us
good.
can play football.
I'm just wide.
We've spoken to the Indonesia guys before. They mentioned the sum to be able to financially to bring the team here.
Yeah.
Has it cost you guys much as a group to be able to come over to Australia?
Well, every individual has to pay for their own trips,
Yeah.
so it took a fair bit of work
Yeah.
and a fair bit of holidays as well. It's all free time, and it's all
People got to leave work as
Yeah,
well.
that's it.
Get some
Work as a
holidays.
team to sort of make it cheaper for each other, but you got the accommodation and
so
the
each
training.
player paid about €3,000
Really?
for the whole 3 weeks, which make it about $4,000, I guess.
Oh, wow. A lot of that's in airfares as well, isn't it?
That's
Sorry?
it.
Yeah, to fly over.
Yeah, it's the most important, expensive part. So.
How's the game of Aussie rules kicked over in France? Has it been getting good reception?
Yeah, it's growing. We started the league in 2009, so it's pretty new. And within 6 years, we managed to get 10 teams around France.
Yep.
We have competition running, we have cups running, and we have a growing number of players. We're still very low compared to Australia or any other country, because we have about 400 players. But still, it's growing step after step, and it's getting quicker, so it's better.
Well, I know the competition, AFL Europe, has been going crazy. How important has it been for their assistance with you guys to sort of do what you guys do?
With the AFL Europe?
Yeah.
The AFL Europe is really helping us. They helped us to organize the last Euro Cup in France, and we managed to create a big event, and it was the first one that actually make a profit.
Wow.
So we got about 5,000 people in the grandstand,
Oh, wow.
and probably 3,000 of them did not know what they were watching.
Were they cheering anyway?
Yeah, because the final was France against England.
Ah, yep.
We got killed, but still it was a good game.
It doesn't happen in the soccer version, does it? It's usually the other way around, I think.
Yeah, pretty even.
So it's nice to see the rivalry there. I guess that's what people go and see too.
Yeah.
So do you know if you had many people sort of come out of that day and actually lace up the boots and have a bit of a run around? Did you get some good feedback?
we got some feedback, but not many people like turn around and change sports.
Yep.
But they keep an eye on us. The local club was there. They are near Bordeaux. Before it was mainly Bordeaux players coming to the suburb, and now the suburb is like there is only people from that suburb playing in the team.
Yep.
So there is a good way like to create a new team in Bordeaux.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's back in the VFL days with us. You had certain areas where you had to play for, and you couldn't play outside that suburb. So it's good to see that's still in place there. Mate, what are we going to see from the French? Are we going to see them take this competition by storm?
Oh, well, that's what we like to think. That's what we're here for. We try our best. We've been working pretty hard at sort of setting up the structures and make sure that we sort of put on a good show. And who knows? Who knows how far we'll go?
You might be able to get to that big day on the MCG.
It would be nice.
Yeah, well, there'd be plenty of people that would love to do that. So hopefully you guys get a good crack. Thanks for joining us, guys. Wish you all the best out of the competition. We look forward to seeing you out there at Diggers Rest, put on a good show and enjoy a good game of footy.